Good evening, brothers, sisters, and gender norm resistors. It's time for some more Powerwash Simulator with me, your host, Ollamh. Welcome. So last time, we got into a couple new things. We started in on the tree house that's out in a national park that is more like a tree mansion. Where this guy is like, he's trying to hunt down Bigfoot apparently, and supposedly somebody keeps throwing slime and stuff at his house and making horrible noises when he's not there and in the middle of the night and stuff like this. And yeah, we're pretty sure that it's the Bigfoot that it's the Bigfoot that are tormenting him. He is also an idiot, a complete and he is a true moron, because he seems to think that Bigfoot have one Bigfoot and one shaped like a cat's paw, because those are the tracks that he saw, and apparently their droppings are identical to wild boar droppings. Because, you know, he studied wild boar droppings and he doesn't think logically. We also took care of Mr. Thrust's excavator, one-man excavator, that is, yeah, that he that had some unusual minerals like green crystals type looking stuff. Apparently the mayor told him that we not only will clean his stuff, but will also keep quiet about it, which is not an understanding that I had with the mayor. And I'm a little concerned about that. But now, once we're done with the tree house, which we're about 70% of the way done, we'll go on to the temple, which I guess is where the monks that were traveling came from. So with that said, let's go ahead and jump into the game. So, yeah, whatever the mayor is doing, he is like apparently he's diverting water, or diverted water from somewhere, and like he's trying to cover it up by saying, hey, my cat's missing. So we are most of the way done here. Oh, the cameras are straightened back up. That's crap. Okay, so yeah, we just need to do this one. Which should be easier because it's lower, it's the lower deck. Which, you know, what kind of treehouse has 3 decks? That is, like I said, this is not a tree house, sir. This is a tree mansion. Like, this thing is huge. Like, he has a research table here, and like, yeah, this is not just a tree house. This is a tree mansion. And I found out, yes, there are sounds that are supposed to be Bigfoot. So apparently we still need to go with the green. Green nozzle here to really get it good. Go. Of course, we'll have to hit it from the outside as well. Man, that moss or whatever it is, the slime is really sticking. We don't know what the Bigfoot is throwing at this guy's house, but like, yeah, the Bigfoot is not exactly, they are not exactly fans of this guy. I mean, of course, they like to live in peace and secrecy, and this guy's just like disturbing them. We did actually see evidence of a Bigfoot on his property. Because there was like one footprint up on the upper deck that was just like, yeah, it was massive. Even the green one requires a couple passes for some of this slime. This is some seriously... I am actually kind of disturbed by how much gunk there is on this. Like that's not just slime, my dude. That is something particularly nasty. That's what I'm hopping up on. I was trying to figure out, I'm like, why am I standing up on something? What am I standing on? All right. Now we need to hit it from this side. I mean, I don't suppose we have to, but we should. Because once we get down to the doing the outside, we'll hit the rest of it. All right. Still think this guy should like make use of all the open space on this thing and just be like, hey, you know, free tea party, you know, we're gonna have a tea party or something for all the people, for all the forest dwellers and stuff like that, and like, you know, try and draw out Bigfoot with something nice, not just try and hunt it down. All right. Like, I do not believe for a second that all of this was done by somebody throwing slime at the fucking place. Like, this is neglect. This is just straight up neglect. All right, there we go. Okay, we are on the... We do have the short extension on. We're maintaining as much pressure as we can, but... Like, this lower deck is just... Ooh. This one is particularly nasty. Let's see something like... I don't know, the water just seemed louder today than usual. Missing link fact. Their scent is very much like that of a muskrat, and they seem to crouch right down when marking their... Wait, what? Their scent is very much like that of a muskrat, and they seem to crouch down crouch right down when marking their territory to appear much smaller than they really are. Again, you have found the scent markings of a muskrat, sir. Somebody needs to explain to this guy what Occam's razor is. Alright, there we go. Now for his grill. Which is absolutely filthy. Alright, I think for this, we're going to want to go with the snub nose. Like, how often does he have to go into town? If this is his only way of cooking, how often does he have to go in town to buy propane? Or does he have them deliver it? Like, I suppose if I suppose he could have them deliver his propane. Surely somebody would be willing to come out here and help him out, right? All right. Get up under this bad boy. There we go. I was gonna say, I'm like, come on, that should be done. All right, there's the chopping board done. Seriously, this thing is like rusty as hell, man. That's not good. Like, your cooking apparatus and your preparation table and stuff like that should not be covered in rust. There we go. Where is the... I suppose that there. Ah, there we go. Okay, good. Finally. All right. Now we're ready to attack the stairs. And then the outside underside. All right. Good there. stop at the mid at that one there. We don't need to be really detailed about all of that, but all right, there we go. That's much better. All right. I didn't think I'd gotten this side of this one. I had not. So yeah, we're doing pretty good on this. I kind of don't like this one because it's like it doesn't have a whole lot of like story, you know, main story implication, I guess I should say. Like there's nothing about there's nothing about Ulysses or the mayor or anything like that. But then again, a lot of them just kind of have their own little thing, their own little details and stuff like that. All right. I think that's all of those. Now we need to... All right, we're going to need to switch back to the Prime Vista 3000 because that's got the long one. The outside of the handrails. think we can go to this one here now, and we're kind of moving on up and in close, so we don't need the long... We don't need the long barrel. Oh, goodness gracious. So I'm not entirely sure how much of this is all, like, considered just the spiral staircase and what's not. Like, at least they're not, like, saying, oh, hey, each step is an individual thing. Like a lot of games do. Okay, so that's part of the handrail. That's... Okay, so everything other that isn't an upright or an, you know, obviously part of the handrail is considered part of the steps. So like this piece here across, that's all part of the steps. Which I guess makes sense, because it's like, hey, you know, the actual parts that you step on and what the steps attach to. Oh, that's much better. Just feels better. Yep, 98%. I had not even realized that we had gotten up to 98% now. This one is kind of a pain, honestly, because it's like all the different little bits and stuff that it's like, hey, yeah, so... The spiral staircase, I swear, is like the worst. All right, there we go. let me see how dirty the bottom of these are. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's got to be where the majority of this... Yeah. Yeah, see? All right, so now we just have his playground equipment, or, his training ground, I guess. Looks more like he is like ready to have a family out here or something. He's got toys for the kids. He's got a tire swing for the kids. He's got the barbecue. Got the reading nook that we noticed last time. All right, tire swing is done. All right, vertical house. Oh, okay. All right, so we've got one of the lower deck undersides that we missed. Oh, it's this one here. Okay. Oh, I see where it is now. All right. So yeah, it is just a playground. All right, so we've got two of the vertical house trims. All right, let's do this the smart way. Make them glow. Right, this one here. And that one up there. Oh yeah, I didn't get this corner. Okay. There we go. So now we just have the playground border, and we're done. Then we can move on to the next huge frickin' project that shouldn't be as bad as this. Like, we're not making as much money off of the temple. And it's not because the monks are paying us. It's actually the farmer who's paying us. All right, there we go. Wow, they had to speed that up a lot. The treehouse looks mighty fine. You've spruced the spruce. I can't tell you how good it is to pirouette down those steps and smell fresh pine through the window. I was close to packing up and moving out, but now I'm more determined than ever to find evidence of the beautiful missing link. Right. Next door to my farm, huge difference. Next door to my farm lives an order of the nicest, kindest, non-verbal monks whose temple has currently caked in manure, top to bottom. It's a heck of a story. I'll fill you in as you go, but basically, they're not here right now, and I thought it'd only be right and neighborly of me to get it hosed down in their absence. Something to give them a boost when they return. They sure could do with one. To hear, right, unofficial top dog in the pressure washing game. Do you travel out of town? I've got a temple that needs some TLC. All right. Remember my snacky snack. So, yeah. Let's go ahead and buy the, well, what can we buy? We can buy the long shot. And we'll start at the very top. Whoa. Okay. We'll start at the very top. Wow, this thing is very difficult to climb. Oh, there we go. Hello, Mr. Gnome. So, where to start? The manure? I kind of want to leave try and leave the guardian gnome up here. Okay, hang on here. So where to start? Well, you know about the mayor's pipeline, diverting all the water from the river to a secret mining rig, right? These monks have relied on that river to water their crops for time immemorial, and now those crops are failing. Oh! So that's the water diversion. Okay, that's the piping issue that he's having. I see. We have done 1%. Excuse me, sir. Okay, good. We didn't have to knock him off. Good. I was afraid we were going to have to knock him off. All right. So, yeah, the mayor diverted the water from the river to a mining project. Now I wonder who was doing the mining? Right? Like, yeah, did the gnome come later? Right, so all right. Try and get out here so that we can maybe hit this side of the figurehead. All right. Into the figurehead's mouth. Oh shit. All right. Like, yeah, this manure really got everywhere. How did this much manure even get thrown up here? I mean, that's my question. Like, how did this much manure get thrown around? And why do I think it was why do I think something happened at her farm that just like coated it in manure? And if the water, if the river is running dry, what am I using for the water here? All right, let's get the ladder up there so that we can. There we go. Okay, so window frame and the window are done, but the tower. All right, I think we're gonna need the ladder here, yeah. Because we need to hit this section. All right, and we do not need that. Actually, we probably could go with the snub nose. Yep, there we go. It's a bit further down than I wanted to go. All right, make sure that we got top section of this. All right. So we just got a little bit of the wood. Ah, there we go. I was gonna say, I'm like, where's the rest of the wood trim for that? All right. Good. Well, poops and doodles. All right. There we go. All right. I was gonna say, I'm like, come on, you should be done by now. It's a very Norse-looking temple. Go ahead and go over here and get this side. Like, yeah, the dragon heads and stuff just really look Norse to me. Exactly. Exactly, Moon Mage. It's just, yeah, it's they look like they would be really set at the head of like a Viking ship or something like that. All right, there we go. Thank you. Jeez. All right. Make sure we've got the trim. All right. Man. It sounds like we are like miles up, doesn't it? The way that wind is just whipping around here. Of course, it looks like we're up in the mountains anyway. And then we're up on top of a big-ass fucking temple, so... that would kind of explain the hellacious-sounding winds. Almost like being out in the country here in Illinois. And in a desperate act, the head monks sent them on a pilgrimage of faith. Okay, but that doesn't explain the manure. Now, I've no mind where they were headed, only they took with them a vast multitude of eggs. So these non-verbal monks left on a pilgrimage of faith and headed out with a shit ton of eggs. Is that, am I reading this right? Do they have special monk-like abilities to throw things great distances at a fast rate of speed? And why? And that does, and it fits with the idea of them, you know, the messaging of fix the water. All right. Of course, we need to hit this guy, but I think we'd be better off hitting him from, like, the scaffolding or ladder or something. I think, actually, we can do from the ground, can't we? Oh, no, I guess not. Okay. All right, fine, but we can. There we go. Scaffolding. Well, shit. Very open and tricky scaffolding. Oh yeah, very, very Norse looking, especially with like the with Yggdrasil there. The world tree. Man, if we can do all of this with just the long and the green nozzle, imagine what we'll be able to do once we get the extra long. right. Jump. Well, I wasn't planning on you jumping that far down, but okay. Man, thing is not easy to stay up on. All right. I think we've actually got most of that done now, too. All right, give me the long nozzle. Right? I mean, it's really pretty. I will say it is. This temple is really pretty. It is one of the better looking levels in the game. All right, let's come up here because I think, yeah, see, we need to hit you from up top. I'm sure we're probably going to need to hit it from the sides as well. No, not really. That window frame should be pretty much... Oh, wait. Maybe from the bottom? Some areas that we need to hit up on? Or... Aha. There we go. Yep. You get out of my way. All right, there we go. This pedestal oh. There we go. Post. Okay, looks like everything there is done. Cool. Alright, so now we need to whip around to the sides. Go as high up as we need to. Alright, looks like here is good. Anywho, while the monks were gone, we had a freakish twister. Oh. Oh, so are you saying the twister picked up your manure pile and things scooped up all the freshly laid manure from my farm and deposited all over their temple? Well, it sounds like their god was a little bit pissed at him for leaving. I mean, yeah, most religious orders would be like, did we mess up? Did God not want us to go and punish the mayor? I mean, granted, I think it's pretty safe to say that, you know, somebody somewhere that's in control of the weather was not particularly happy with what they decided to do. All right. think we're about ready to go down a level or two here on our scaffolding and start hitting new areas. Actually, we might just be going down to this ground level and hitting new areas. All right. I figured that one was probably like, yeah, just a little bit on the edge. All right, might actually need to get up onto the roof for those. But for most of this stuff, yeah, we're good as far as just like hitting it from the bottom. I mean, I suppose we should be glad that the Twister didn't just like pick up the cows. Ever since the movie Twister, like that's been the go-to thing. It's like, oh yeah, they pick up, you know, they throw cows around. It's like, yeah, but most cows know to get the hell indoors and away from shit when there's a tornado coming. All right. Now then, I'm gonna need a ladder. I'm gonna need one of, yeah, like you. Come here. You come with me, because we need to get up onto the roof. Right. Well, I didn't mean to go down that far. All right. I think we might need to hit, yeah, I was going to say, might need to hit the top of this guy. Yeah, there we go. All right. Take you guys directly on out. Get up into the corners and crevices and all these lovely little itty bitty bits. All right. Now then, you go there. Thank you. And we should be able to hit most of this stuff with from here. Obviously, there's some parts that we can't hit from this angle, but we'll be all right. Oh, right, there's this front piece, isn't there? Yep, there we go. Oh, hey, there's this front piece. Oh, no, yep, we got. Yeah, very, very highly decorative. Which makes it a pain in the arse to clean. Can you imagine how the monks would have felt if they returned to find their temple completely caked in cow excrement? I mean, for anyone, you'd see that as a sign, right? What makes you think it wasn't a sign? I mean, how do you know that it wasn't some god saying, hey, you guys took matters into your own hands. That's not our way, dudes. We do not fight political and oppressive regimes with eggs. Of course, if they are Norse, then, you know, no, it still works. It still works that, you know, hey, we don't use eggs. You get big old fucking battle axes and swords and shit, and you fight them that way, goddammit. me the snub nose. Oh, right. Right, so now we're going to have to go out to the front. And we'll have to get up onto the roof, because that's the only way to clean some of those crevices. While we're up here, let's make sure we get all the tops. At least all the tops that we can. Alright, so we should be good to come down here and work on the insides. Alright. Ladder? I still enjoy the fact that the farmer doesn't actually think that it was a sign. It's like, anybody would take that as a sign. Like, well, apparently anybody but you. Like, even me, I'm like, oh yeah, that was totally a fucking sign. You guys fucked up somewhere. There we go. So the ledge has some dirt on it still. Yep. There we go. Okay, so I think we just have this other side to go now, right? Yep, that's got it. The figurehead's got it. Good. All right. Go ahead and clean under here now. So I thought I'd get the whole thing cleaned off. Say the Twister gave the temple some kind of sacred hose down instead. Well, that sounds nice, but should you really be lying to holy men? You really think that they're gonna buy it? Like, I know I know a fair number of religious people, and they don't buy that. Oh no, God did something good and helped us. No, most of the time it's like, oh no, a deity is there to like punish the wickedness. Wait, no, it's this one right down here, isn't it? Yep. All right. All right. Take it from the top. Take it from the side. It is very nice to see this just like, yeah, it's like this was a mess. And then it's just like little by little, it just gets really nice and clean. Like, oh yeah, that's the good stuff. All right, what is on... Where on this buttress is it just not? All right. I'm not entirely sure where I hit that I needed to hit, but I did. All right, well, let's hit the underside of here. Underside of that. Underside of there, yeah. Get up under all the nasty bits. I told you to turn off, damn it. I know this side, well, oh, no, I guess that side isn't clean. All right. Go ahead and get there. All right, fine. 2 over there for right now. Because then we're going to just hose this one down, hose the side down. Oh. That actually is a good point, Moon Mage. Yes, some of these designs do kind of look like eyes, especially like the twirly bits. See here, where were they? Those things over the windows there. They very much do look like eyes. Rather disturbing eyes. Alright, we've got all the wood bases. At least all the wood bases on that side. Ooh, okay. Take it easy. All right, there we go. All right, give us a long extension again. I just realized we haven't gotten our next mission yet, our next job yet, which is slightly concerning. Normally we've got our next job by now. Like somebody's like, hey, so yeah, I hear you're good with a power washer. Or they try and be funny and come up with some like dirt related name. Alright, so Eve is still needing a lot of attention. Alright. There's that. Alright. Put you over here. Ah, I see where we need to go. Alright. Well, we need to move you down to about here. Anyway. So that we can get up into here and... Oh yeah, to build it, to build it and do all the carvings and stuff. Like, yeah, that's... I mean, we think it's a pain in the ass to wash it. I mean, I just hope that somebody's like, you know, putting on a few air fresheners or something onto this, into this thing, because, man, this thing is gonna stink. Like, I know we're washing away all the manure, but it's like, it's still gonna reek, man. Still gonna need a lot of, you know, this thing needs more than just power washing. It really needs detailing. It is just, yeah, it's gonna reek for a while. You know, get these guys a few dozen air fresheners. A few gallons of Febreze. Something. Oh yeah. But that's the thing about old world construction. Like, yeah, they took their time and they did a lot of detail work. Because it's all like expected to last for, you know, it's all expected to last for frickin' ever. All right, what wall is still needing done? Aha, this wall. There we go. I know it don't sound too enticing, but any chance you can clean up my abandoned washroom? I have a lot of questions. Like, one, why is your washroom abandoned? Two, why does it need cleaning? goodness me. They said you were the best. Now I'm a believer. The temple looks immaculate. It's going to give them such a lift, and I can look forward to many more years of free labor on the farm. You fucking... Oh. Nobody in Muckingham is good. They are either criminally stupid or corrupt. That's my opinion. Everybody is fucking corrupt. Like, she wants them to be in good spirits so they'll continue to give her free labor. Clean the washroom. You know, a lot of folks have asked me recently, Clem, why the heck you buy a huge abandoned washroom when you only ever gonna need it 6 or 8 times a day? 6 or 8 times a day? Jesus, man. Like, are we talking like number 1, number 2? No, we're not gonna get sucked into that. I'll tell you, I'm gonna convert it into Muckingham's premier nightclub. Young'uns crave novelty, right? And I can tell you, ain't no one round here experienced acoustics like you can get in this place. I can tell you that. Anyhow, I'm a bit of a germaphobe myself, so I only got as far as taking the cubicle doors off. If you could blast the place, I can see what I'm playing with. Alright, let me check something here real quick. I know there's like a special, like, achievement for this one. Let's see here. Let's see, you're going for the gold, get one, blast from the past, in the subway platform, okay, no. Laying them, okay. Complete the toilets, toilet seat, and toilet lids last. Okay. Alright, fine. We'll get started on your damn... Like, dear God, it is already horrible. So here's what I'm thinking for the nightclub conversion. I'm not the right person to talk to about conversions. That's my house flipper persona. Line of glitter balls leads you through the entry tunnel, lighting every color and in every angle and every face. You just get discombobulated but excited. Sir, I think you are discombobulated enough. Thank you. Like, I think anybody wanting to turn an old abandoned public toilet into a nightclub needs to have their head examined. There we go. All right, so that's all just tunnel wall. Okay. I mean, at least it isn't like seriously ground in dirt, at least not yet. It's all just blasting off with just the white nozzle, so that's good. Let's do the entryway tunnel. Try not to think about, like, you know, lights of all colors bouncing from every angle and every surface. I appreciate the echoes of the birds and stuff. Like, that is an interesting little touch. Like, we're getting noises from the outside, but because of the tiles and everything, it's like all echoey and stuff. That is good sound design. I appreciate a good sound design. There we go. All right. All right, so the floors are a little bit tougher. Holy cow, this is bad. All right, let's get the archway. There we go. Actually has some natural lighting coming in too. I love how I saw a TikTok or a short of some sort recently where, you know, somebody went to France on a business trip and they're like, you won't believe this stuff. I saw this guy holding the door open in a toilet and I was trying to figure out what he was doing. It's like in a McDonald's and it's like they have to pay to go to use public toilets. It's like you guys have none of you ever heard of like the term spending a penny as far as like a saying for going to the bathroom? It's like, yeah, it's been that way for a long ass time in Europe. Like a lot of countries, yeah, public toilets weren't free. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, I'm like, oh, where the hell is that last little bit? And it's like, oh wait, right along the conduit. Makes sense. Yeah, right up above this one, I think. In the backside? Yeah, there we go. Filthy, yes it is. Your service is required back at the carnival in order to redress the scales of justice. Kevin Bernard, that's the guy who owns and operates the Helter Skelter. Into the main room, where each of the sinks is converted into a drinks dispenser. This is supposed to be like profitable, right? Speakers built into the floor hit you with the deepest bass beats from your toes up. Okay, this guy has very lofty goals. And I'm not entirely sure he's going to be able to pull them off. Okay, I don't know what hit the window, the windows and stuff, but man, the grates over the windows are just absolutely impossible. I mean, I guess you can say we're really doing the shit jobs today. I know, it's toilet humor, but what do you expect? Wait, did somebody really like etch like graffiti best shot into one of the toilets or into one of the stalls? There we go. H2O. Yes, that's okay. What this place needs a lot of. Do I get a step stool at least? Something? Oh, that poor little freaking gnome, man. Like, I could... Oh, oh, man, it gets a lot worse. Gets a lot worse. Holy cow. Best shot, only because you were using subpar equipment. There we go. Now all the urinals are done. Now, I question this guy's construction ideas, because it's like, okay, you know, you rarely ever see a speaker that's, like, built into the floor. Now, into the wall, sure. But not into the floor. Mostly because, man, if something gets spilled on the floor, you know, if anything gets spilled, and inevitably it will, something will, you know, it tends to, like, flow down to the floor. You don't want, you know, and like, soda or beer or whatever is not good for speakers. Alright, so that basin still has some... Oh. Alright, so... And this basin still has some stuff to it. There we go. Alright. Go ahead and do this wall, we'll do the floor, and then I think we'll call it for tonight. Yeah, see, the floor is like more grimy and more dirt encrusted and stuff. At least I'm hoping this is just dirt. Then, like, yeah, the walls, hell, they're worse than the urinals. All right, there we go. So yeah, it's already a major difference. Like, holy crap, is it a major difference? It's not that filthy anymore, thank you. Oh, there was a little graffiti of a gnome down there. All right, there we go. So yeah, this is where we're gonna end for today, I think. Tomorrow we'll finish up this. Like, this one isn't too bad. This is not that bad. Yo-ho? Okay. But yeah. Now see, I do find it interesting. I mean, the screen space reflections don't quite match up. Like, that should not be, you know, we should not be seeing this light reflected past there, but you know, whatever. However, I just realized this is our first indoor job. This is the first time we have been contracted with a job that is like it. Oh my god, that is horrible. Like when you do the dirt, it's just like it's just all dirt. It's all dirt. Oh, but yeah. So this is our first indoor job. We're already like over a third of the way done. So cheers to that. Anyway. As always, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new here, don't forget to press that subscribe button. If you want to be kept up to date of when we go live and stuff like that, make sure to ring the bell, but also check out the social media links down below. That's our Facebook page, our Twitter account, our Tumblr account, our Blue Sky account, and the permanent invite for our Discord server, where I try to make sure to notify you guys of when we go live and stuff like that. For example, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Central Time, we'll be back with more Red Dead Redemption 2. Hunting with the big gun. And then the following midnight, we'll be back with more Powerwash Simulator. All that so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Oh.